Thank you so much, Amrita and my colleague Neha. Uh, Really speaking, it's so inspiring to see so many children and the work which is being done under this partnership. Really speaking, I put a lot of emphasis on children and because they are the future of this country. And really speaking, they are the ones who will get impacted by our actions, and perhaps they are going to be the ones who are going to make us correct our actions as well. Youth definitely is an important segment of a developed society and holds the key to growth and prosperity of a nation. We have to actively engage them in awareness raising, running educational programs, advocating policy level changes, and strengthening public participation for environment protection. We all are going through a very difficult time of the pandemic. And it is also said that perhaps the third wave is going to come and that's going to impact children more than the elders, which is very scary. Yesterday we had one meeting and Dr. Galeria from AIMS was present, and he also mentioned that one of the things responsible for such fatality of COVID is air pollution. Because our lungs are already weak, our immunity is so already compromised. So under these circumstances, it is that we have to tell youth how important it is to go green. It's not that it's not that they are not aware of it. Practically, we all are aware of so many things. Like if we remember our childhood, if we remember our grandparents, the way they looked at life was so different from how we do. Over years, convenience and a sort of consumerism and materialistic society, that is what it's becoming over a period of time. Media plays a very important role, but many a times it also takes us to things which are not good, because what we see in a movie is not what is practical otherwise. So our children, they get carried away by the type of society which we can't afford. We know the facts, but somewhere we keep a blind eye to it. We all know like water is so precious, but are we taking care of our reservoirs? Are we ensuring that we are not wasting water? Prior to COVID, if you go to any party, you look at the waste which is being generated there. On the name of convenience, what we are doing, we are using so much of plastic, which is going back to the environment. We are perhaps taking jobs because otherwise you are giving jobs to someone to clean the plates, but then you move to the disposable plates without thinking what is going to be the ill effect. We are talking of plastic in oceans. What is going to happen to our marine life over there? Now, when a child is in the school, they worship their teachers like gods. I have two grandchildren, and in a way, whatever they learn from their teacher, even if their mother is telling them something, the answer is, you are wrong. My teacher said so. So teacher is God for school children. And whatever they learn in the school, that becomes what we call in Hindi, patthar ki lakeer. Unki teacher ne bola hai, so that has to be correct. So those young minds, if we tell them what is right and what is wrong, perhaps it is not just a student, it's his or her entire family as well who gets impacted by the lessons they learn in the school. Many times we think that, yes, those you could afford those things in old times, it's no more applicable today. But everything, really speaking, it is applicable. It's things done differently. Advancement doesn't mean that you do away with sustainability. Advancement doesn't mean that you forget about your traditional knowledge. So it is perhaps one needs to combine the two and then take it forward. Our tradition of taking care of birds, animals, Again, something which is very, very important for a child if you really want him or her to have a good character. It is a part of character building that you take care of everything around you. This pandemic has also taught us another thing, and that is that you are not alone. Whatever is happening, whatever happened in Wuhan had impact to each and every citizen on this planet. So is the impact of climate that you are creating. It's going to have impact everywhere. So therefore, a child also has to understand that it is not me, it is we, and we have to take care of environment, and every action of ours is going to have an impact on the larger picture. Many times we also ignore what is, oh, and it's already so polluted environment, so what my act is going to make it any difference. That's not true. It is that every action of ours is going to have impact on the larger picture. So I'm very glad that through this initiative, the kind of sensitization one is trying to bring, awareness one is trying to bring amongst children, it's going to take a long way. When we talk of number, like when it is that it has touched lives of 18,000 students, maybe 400 plus teachers and their parents, maybe 2 lakh community members through various touch points and so on. I'll say the impact is much, much more than that. It's not 18,000 students. They go and play with other children. They tell them this is what we have learned. They are excited about it. And whatever they are learning today, they will take it even to their next generation. So the impact is going to be far greater than what we have expected. And it's a step forward in making this world far cleaner and far better, with better environment, livable environment. And I sincerely hope that in the next phase we'll be able to do much more. So my congratulations to Tata Steel. We at TERI are committed towards environmental challenge, cleaner air, fighting climate change, and so on. I'd like to put on record my sincere thanks to Mr. Chanakya Chaudhary, Vice President Corporate Services, Tata Steel, and his entire team for supporting TERI. I'll say that our relationship is not like a funder and an implementation agency. It is more of a partnership. We are acting as partners in this particular initiative. In fact, many of you might be aware that when we established the institute, we were Tata Energy Research Institute. So fortunate for us that we have the same value systems, or we imbibe the value systems of Tata's, and we acknowledge that, and we look forward to further support from Tata Steel through Tata Steel Foundation for the next phase. I should say that the challenges today are far greater than what they were yesterday, because of the pandemic, because of the emotional problems that practically every citizen is facing today. Children are working from home. Parents also have their own challenges. And in the post-COVID time, we have to rebuild. And on one hand, it's a challenge. On other hand, it's an opportunity, because then there is a greater appreciation that we need to take care of our nature. Otherwise, if nature gets annoyed with us, then consequences, we can't take it. So we look forward to a much stronger partnership, and that we will be able to do much better in the next phase or in the most challenging time. Thank you very much.